like on a business perspective, do you think you always have it all figured out every day?
Hell no. Like, I don't think there's going to be a day that we're going to be like, I made it. There's a finish line. Hell yeah. There's just no way.
It's a journey, and I think too
part
many
of it.
people get caught up. Let me get to the finish line. When's the finish line? I'm chasing the finish line. I'm chasing the money. I'm chasing this check. And they never see it. And those are the people that fall so quickly because for them, they're chasing one thing and one thing only. And most of the time, it's just money. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Chris Silva, and on today's episode, I got a special guest. This guy, he was actually my roommate for quite some time. We grew a lot together. He's been in business for almost 8 years. He owns 4 gyms. He's trained over 1,000 professional college sports athletes, and he's on his way to continue to build over $1 million business. Mr. Robert Godinez, what's up, bro?
What's up, Chris? How you been, bro? What's good? What's good?
Doing amazing, bro. Thanks for joining. Thanks for taking the time. I'm excited to have you here because it's been a while since we've caught up, bro. What? Like
a minute, bro.
Like a couple. I would say a couple years.
Yeah, for sure. I think almost two. Like, I mean, contact. You know.
Yeah, we would make
some IG replies.
Some IG replies,
text,
but yeah, bro. I've cussed. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No. Fucking, it's crazy to think that, I mean, even though we grew apart, we're still here and we're still chasing this frequency. I know you've been in business for almost 8 years and you're continuing to scale. I keep up with you on social media. I see your posts. I see the people you're training. I mean, you're training D1 athletes. You're training all these college sports athletes, professional in NBA, NFL, like all these other athletes that are here and they specifically show up for you. So I see you doing, I mean,
I appreciate it,
you've always had this dream and I think it's becoming more of a reality for you.
100%, bro. No, yeah, I love what I do, man. I appreciate you, by the way, for saying those words. We love it, man, from my team. I luckily, 4 gyms, but look, I have an amazing staff, great partners, great trainers. Overall, man. So I've been lucky enough where we've been able to grow at a steady pace and make a great team, man. Make a great team with the rest of the trainers, my other partners, as I said. And man, it's been great, man. I love it. I love it every day.
How has that transition been for you from like when you first started as a trainer
100%.
to jumping to opening your own gym? Like, talk to me about that, Robert.
Yeah,
like where
for
you were
sure.
a trainer, and this goes like that mentality. You're like, oh, when was that moment that you wanted to open a gym?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I think thinking back, even before I was a trainer, I always loved the idea of having a gym as a side gig. Originally I wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to do law enforcement. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna be a police officer or work for the feds. And on Saturdays, I'm gonna go run my gym. So I always have had an idea of wanting to do a gym. So the first location is called Top View Fitness. I probably had that logo drawn on a napkin years ago.
I remember. Like, do you have a picture of that so you can share with us?
Yeah, maybe I'll try.
Put it on the video.
Yeah, I'll try to look for it. I don't have the original one. I remember it was when I first drew it up, it was a McDonald's napkin. I remember it was one of the nights back in the day. It was a
square napkin.
Yeah. It was a napkin and just drawing out like, man, I want a gym one day, you know? But that's going forward, I end up dropping my applications. I think I had a application with Customs, Border Patrol, some DA, FBI internship, just something to do, right? I was going through the lie detector test, all that. And around this time, while I'm waiting for those to pick up, I started working at a local gym here in town, Anytime Fitness. Started working there, just working the front desk, mopping, cleaning, and honestly learning the business. I was very positive. Yeah, I was cleaning toilets and all that, I was not training. I was just literally cleaning toilets every day, front desk, clean machines. And honestly, I loved it because I knew bigger picture. I was going to learn something from this opportunity.
You
know
just
what I mean?
wanted an in.
I'm an in and learn.
You just wanted to learn. Like,
learn.
I had to mop, clean toilets.
Honestly,
like, I want to be here.
I want to be here, man. I want to learn. And by this point, by month 2, I think I was only there for 4 or 5 months, to be honest. By month 2, I drop all my applications. Literally, no idea what was going to happen. I'm like, I want to be a personal trainer. I want to one day open my own gym and let me dive in, but let me be where my feet are. Let me enjoy where I'm at right now and learn. It was shitty, horrible pay, horrible hours. Bank account was at 0 every damn week, but I was just very positive. I think I've always been very positive and like bigger picture. So I was there for 4 or 5 months, and then luckily I get certified, and that's when I realized, I want to train athletes. So let me go to a place where it's a little bit more open space. If you think about it, anytime it's more like machines and stuff like that. So I go on and go to another gym here in El Paso off Geronimo. It's called Push Fitness off next to guitar center. I'm over here giving random shout outs, but it's all good. I appreciate it. I'll give them shout outs. It's all shout outs to everybody. So off Geronimo, next to Guitar Center, they're not there anymore. It's not there anymore. It's completely empty now. It's for lease. It's for lease. If you guys want to look into it,
yeah, we will go buy.
Hey, yeah, yeah, for real. Bro. So it's cool because we drive by every day. It's I-10, so I pass by it every day. And it feels great, honestly. It feels great seeing where we started. I get reminded every day. So I go to Push Fitness. Luckily, I'll still consider him a mentor of mine. Daniel Alvarado gave me a chance to train there, man. And pretty much how it is.
Why do you think he took a chance on you? Like at that moment, like so from any time to hey, I want to be a trainer.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. As a trainer, you pay rent. I had an interview with him. Past the interview, I'm gonna pay him a monthly rent, so I can train my clients. So at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not a bad dude. I'm gonna pay him some rent. It wasn't. He didn't know me that well. It wasn't like I'm gonna give this guy. He has potential. I wasn't like that at all. He was more like he passed the interview. Let me get his money type deal. He's gonna pay me rent. He's gonna train his clients.
Okay,
cool. 0 clients to my name. I don't know. I want to say it's 2016, 2017 at this point. 2016 maybe, 2017. 0 clients to my name. I hit my IG followers. I hit my phone book. I'm texting all my friends, family, going to see what athletes I know that could use training. I'm just in the DMs, 100 DMs, 100 texts per day probably, just trying to get my first client, man.
What were you saying? Like in those DMs? Like
I was being 100% honest. Hey, my name is Robert, personal trainer, sports performance trainer here in El Paso. I used to be a college athlete, and this is what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to help improve athletes' life and give them a chance to play college ball. Would you be interested in a free trial?
How important? Okay, so like, and I'm just trying to dissect this I want to dissect it very as much as we can. But for you telling them this text, like sending out this text message, sending out 100 IG DMs, like you knew you saw some hustle at that point,
100%.
But you saw a bigger vision.
100%.
You saw something. I'm gonna do this because I want to do that.
Yes. And I'll be honest, from the start, I was trying to pay bills at this point. Like 0 money in, I already left anytime. My only bank account was negative. At this point, I'm like, I just want enough clients to pay my bills at least. But I just I love what I did. Whether it's 1 client, 2 clients, I was excited and happy for whoever I could get. But yeah, right now I'm not even trying to open an empire. I'm not even trying to open my gym right now. I'm just trying to pay the bills, pay my freaking bills. You know.
I love this.
So yeah, I'm over at that gym. So get my first client. Start with him, and little by little, but it literally was sitting down when I had all I had was time, no money but time. I had no clients, so I had time. I'm literally in my phone book, and you know what is what I literally say? I would, hey, my name is Robert. I'm a personal trainer, sports performance trainer here in El Paso. I was wondering if you or anyone you knew would be interested in personal training.
Boom.
I literally, to this day, I still kind of keep that basis. I still, obviously now we're a little bit busier. I don't be texting so many people. Now we have a lot of word of mouth, but I still make sure that's a baseline. I'm still constantly
You're always selling. Leads. You're always selling. You're always looking for those leads.
Don't get comfortable.
I love it.
So yeah, man, luckily I was there at that gym. And then my now business partner, Joseph Iglesias, at this point becomes a trainer as well. And he comes on to be a trainer with me at the location that I'm at, right? And we kind of work side by side, but pretty much Joseph's paying his rent. I'm paying my rent. I bring in my own clients. He brings in his own clients.
Okay.
Everything's great. And by this point, our rent, compared to now, our super low overhead, I think our rent was no more than $200 because we were also doing like side gigs for the gym we were at.
Okay.
So whether it's like helping him at the front desk or maybe getting leads for his CrossFit classes, our rent was pretty low, to be honest. So shout out for Daniel, always taking care of us, to be honest. Like I have nothing but love for that guy. So we're there for, I want to say, about almost 2 years. At this point, we're growing. I'm able to tap in with some of the UTEP athletes. Some of my classmates from high school were at UTEP, so kind of marketing and networking there. Getting to meet more people, just consistency, you know?
You and Joseph start aligning your goals, right? Because you guys start working together, or is it kind of like...
But still, even the first year of me and Joseph working side by side, we're like, bro, let's hustle for a year. And we were like, let's just work. And me at that point, I never really asked Joseph, but me, he was just, at this point, he left his whatever jobs he had, and he was just 100% personal training.
Yeah.
So at that point, we're both just trying to pay bills. We're not hustling. Like, oh my goodness, let's open this gym. I think in the back of my head, I was like, you know what, we're gonna get this going eventually. Whether it's in 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, I want my own spot.
One day,
whatever it takes. But I need to learn. I mean, I want to learn. There's so much I need to learn. Luckily enough, we're growing. We're able to start training some college athletes, some pro athletes. Shout out to Aaron and Alvin Jones. They gave me a chance to work with them. I want to say maybe like 17, 20. I'm horrible with the years, but
Yeah.
started working
during that time that you were at Push.
Started working with
Aaron and
Alvin Jones. Really, I mean, I would credit to them. They really gave us a lot of credit to give me the opportunity to work with them and train them. And amazing guys, amazing athletes. Like they had already so many attributes.
This is when they're in their college.
It was after Aaron's rookie year and after Alvin's last year at UTEP.
Okay.
So Alvin's about to go to the league. Aaron's about to go to his second year into the NFL.
Okay. And this is, you're at Push, right?
We're still at Push, yeah.
Still here. So you built this clientele.
Yes.
You attracted them. You became a magnet.
I mean, different people. Yeah, I think word of mouth. I think.
But they connected with you some way.
Somehow, yeah. We
get
connected.
Putting yourself out there.
Yes, 100%.
The importance of putting yourself out there is like putting yourself out there, putting yourself, hey, my name's Robert, sports trainer. Like working, I'm here.
Man.
Let's hustling.
Whether it's on like on the trainer floor or just whether I'm not training, I'm on my phone. I'm marketing. I'm reaching out. Hey, are you interested in training? So get connected with Aaron and Alvin. And around this time, the El Paso Locomotives get to El Paso. And I'm able to connect with them. One of my, this guy that I went to college with my freshman year ends up playing for them. So like kind of network with him. Shout out to Omar Salgado. I think I like slid in his DMs like, hey man, told him what we do. And he gave me a thumbs up. Started training with him. Great guy. Gave me the opportunity. That's how I kind of like got really my way in with the Locomotives.
With Omar, when you say he gave you a thumbs up, like he just responded just like,
yeah, like no, my bad. I'm sorry. Like he gave me like the thumbs up, let's train.
Oh, like so
yes.
Was there a lot of follow up with that, or was it just like a one-time thing?
I think it was a one-time thing. A few hours later he responded like, heck yeah, man, let's do it. Started training him.
What was that feeling like?
Actually, crazy story about Omar. So Omar Salgado, correct me if I'm wrong, he was the number 1 draft pick for the MLS in 2011. He's from El Paso. He had left El Paso years ago, or years before, when in his teens to pursue professional soccer.
Okay.
In 2011, he gets drafted as a number 1 pick in the MLS. Big, huge deal out of El Paso.
Wow.
At this point, I think I'm playing college soccer. So I'm like, dude, this guy from El Paso got drafted. Man, I was looking up to him.
Yeah.
Looking up to him. One of my college summers, because at this point, I'm going to school in Austin. I come back to El Paso for a summer, and I start working at the Garden as a bar back.
Garden's a nightclub.
Nightclub,
restaurant.
nightclub.
Okay.
And I'm working as a bar back, and Omar's there with his friends, just having a good time. He's there at the Garden, I think having lunch or something. I go up to him like, man, how's it going, man? Can I have your autograph and take a picture with him? At this point, this is almost 4 years before I started becoming. This is 4 years before I was a trainer. And I get it. He's like, yeah, man, you want like my autograph? Like, yeah, for sure. I get like a receipt. Like one of the receipts, and he signs it. I still have it to this day. 4 years later, I end up getting the opportunity to train him. So that's a crazy story about that one. That one's a great guy, man. He was so humble from the start, and it was awesome how it worked out, how the world works. I was able to work with him, and I still have that autograph. It's in my office, actually. Man. So that's a crazy small world.
So going back to the El Paso Locomotive,
yes.
they're a professional soccer
team here in El Paso.
Soccer team. Mm-hmm. What like level do they fall? Right.
So I would say if you want to put it, their MLS is the highest. They would say USL Championship League is right below them.
Okay.
So and still, guys, a lot of guys there's some guys, veterans that have played in Europe that have amazing resumes. But it's just the bottom league below the MLS.
Yeah.
You would say most of those guys, their goal is to be in the MLS, but there's also some MLS guys retiring.
Going
into
down
the USL, yeah.
Okay, nice.
So it was a lot of great timing, bro. Great timing.
So you get him, he signs up, and then he pulls you into the whole.
Yeah, more of his teammates start coming in, and so big credit to. I think I give huge credit to my very on pro athletes that gave me the opportunity. I was maybe 24, 25. Most of them were my age. It took a chance on me, and that really opened a lot of doors, man. And by this point, we're already picking up more high school clients. We're picking up general population people that just want to stay fit. And I want to say by year 2, year 3 of me training, me and Joseph Iglesias are able to open at Top View Fitness in 2019. So it sped it up pretty quickly.
This is your trainer partner, or not your partner, but you guys are training.
He's not my partner, yeah.
And then at that point, you're like, let's open a gym.
Yes.
And I think that's when I met you.
Yes, but at this point, you and Ben started training with me at Push. I met you. You were some of my clients, and that's how we met. So you kind of saw early on the process. You were at Push. But yeah, man, I mean, not 1 year did I not love what I was doing. I took ownership. That's what I tell a lot of my staff. Like, you take ownership of where you're at, where your feet are. I say that all the time. So even though I knew that gym wasn't mine, I went in there every day like it was mine, whether it's picking up some trash, whether it's making it look clean, the customer service. It's me getting the habit of knowing if I take care of this place that's not mine, like I can just imagine what's going to happen to a place that is mine, you know? So I loved it, man. I loved it. Loved our time there. We were there for like maybe 2.5 years, and then we opened up Top View, man, and that's when it really took off. Really,
How's Top View doing? I mean, I see
Great.
so many people, random people on my social
Yeah.
media, like out there.
yeah, man. I mean, it's doing great. I think we hit the market in a perfect time. The sports performance world in El Paso when I first started, there's nothing like that. Somewhere for an athlete to go and train specifically or to get better for their sport compared to just go to their field, right, or their court. So I think I hit the market right in the perfect timing, and I was just hungry, man. I was literally hungry and like actually like business hungry. So yeah, going back at first we were just trying to pay bills and like, man, we're taking off now. Let's open up our own spot. And Top View is great, man. We've probably seen over 1,000 people in and out every year at that airport location, and met some great people. Now as I said, I'm on year 8, so all those kids that were maybe like in elementary are graduating from college now. So it's awesome seeing them like grow up from elementary, middle school, high school. Now they're graduating college.
Yeah.
So I've been able to like really build some great relationships and give back to El Paso in a certain way, and just be really involved in the community. Honestly, man, it feels great. It feels really, really good.
And I think you're helping people still not only achieve their physical goal, but like they're also these sports players that are chasing a career. I know you show up or you try to show up for all the signings of your college players, your high school players.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're really involved with the community, and I see this. How does that make you feel knowing that you're changing somebody's life every day?
Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, it's a blessing for us because, I mean, there's no reason why a parent or it's an honor for their parents who want to spend their hard-earned money with us, really. And I take that into such consideration, or any athlete that we have college athletes that they have to work in order to pay us. Mm-hmm. And man, I remember those days when I had to work to even like play my sport, you know? And like, so I really do have a lot of love for those parents that trust us, for those college athletes that trust us, for those general population people that just want to be fit, that they spend their hard-earned money with us, and it really means a lot. But it's an honor, man. It's an honor to see people reach their goals. We have a high school freshman, like, man, by the time I'm a senior, I'm going to get a college scholarship. And we really try to get in their shoes, man. And I was once that senior that wanted to get a college scholarship, so I remember that.
Because I think you told me a story about this where you wanted to play in
college. I played college soccer.
Soccer, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I remember being that hungry and that's really how my love for working out came, man. It was me. I was the weakest, smallest kid in high school. I fell in love with the gym because I was the weakest guy in there. I remember my freshman year, couldn't even lift the bar. It pissed me off. I remember just I used to work at Albertsons at some point, and I remember going to the Magging section and getting Men's Health and trying to get some pointers for free. So I think unknowingly that's where I was meant to be. Like, just the genuine love for what I do came from these steps from high school and on, you know?
Okay, so let's talk about the business side.
Yeah.
So you the feeling it was and how you did it, opening the first gym on airport.
Yeah.
Like, how did you know when you were ready to say, hey, listen, we're going to open up a gym?
Because you know what? Honestly, what happened was, in a perfect world, actually, no, I wouldn't say it. I did try to say, hey, man, is the best, or we did think, is the best option for us to move on, or why don't we just keep growing? We have very low overhead. What if we keep helping this gym out? What if we help this gym grow and we become like GMs or
you're a giver, huh?
Managers, or just like figure out my options? Like, I'm, you know what I mean? But I think as much as we tried wanting to stay there, something told us like, no, we need to go on and open up something for our own. At least for myself, that's how I felt. Like, even if I wanted to stay here and try to help them grow, like, no, I need something for my own. Well, I'm so sorry. What was the question?
So that feeling that you had from transitioning from working there to like, I want to do my own gym.
Yes, got it.
When did it feel right? Did it feel right?
Okay.
Or like,
yes.
How was that move? Where were you at financially? Where were you at like mentally? Everything.
Got you. Okay. So remember also going back to how like me going in every day to that gym, I made that place mentally my own. We started bumping heads with the other trainers and owner, to be honest. Unknown, like maybe they might say yes or no, but we started bumping heads where we brought this high energy. At some point, me and Joseph had more clients than that gym had together. And I'm being 100% honest. That's not me trying to like flex anything and just trying to give perspective. So naturally as humans, as men, whether it's the other trainers or that owner of that gym, we're going to butt heads. It's natural, you know? Again, lots of love for him. But so naturally that kind of helped us, like, man, you know, like the environment here isn't as welcoming. He did try to raise our rent, 100%. He tried raising our rent. So I'm like, all right, like this is not for us. Our money was good. You know, I think this is time. We started looking, man. It took us almost like 6 months to find the spot, 6 and 7 months. And once we went to go see a spot, this is it. We have our office. We also do have a recovery room at the airport location. Okay. We have a recovery specialist. Shout out to my sister, Mariana. So that was there. It was like perfectly already. So we had an office, recovery room. You go, there's a parent or weighing area, and then the big gym, 5,000 square feet of gym, right?
5,000 square feet of gym. How big was your spot at Push?
Me and Joey we were probably sharing no more than 2,000 square feet together.
This is probably like 800.
Like, you remember? Yeah, you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
It was a mess. It was a mess, but we made it work.
Yeah, like you figured it out.
Geez, like we made it work so well. So it was a little bit of like the environment was already kind of like, oh, this negative environment here. Our money's looking pretty good right now. Let's do it, man. Let's bite the bullet. Let's freaking get it. So we started looking little by little. What equipment do we need? What equipment have we been using the past 2 years at Push? Because we don't want to go out and get extra stuff and be fancy. Bro, what have we been using?
I remember you sitting there. You're like, we don't need all this equipment. We could start off with this, this, and this.
Yes, and now as we pray, we've added stuff.
I've seen.
But yeah, man. So it was a little bit of like the environment we're in told us like you guys need to move on. Like move on. This is not the right environment. And luckily, financially, we're in the right space. At least we thought.
Yeah,
right?
at the moment, you're like, okay.
Shit, man. Yeah, let's get it.
Deposit rent, we got this.
We're deposit equipment. Let's get it, man.
Good.
Let's get it. We're ready to be business owners, right? And so kind of a little bit of timing, environment, and finances. What kind of told me like we're ready.
Nice. So when you made that leap of faith, you felt it in your gut that now was the time. You're like, okay, we're in this position. We wanna grow. You tell yourself we're gonna jump. You guys fucking jump.
Yeah,
you guys 100%. Jump. How is it everything you thought it would be, or was it a struggle to get to everything you thought differently and it's even better now?
100%.
Like, I guess I want you to share that experience.
Yeah.
You get in and it's just like, because we all get into something like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then all of a sudden shit hits the fan. You're like, bro, what the hell? But you overcome that and you're like, wow, this is a lot better because now I have my time. Earlier you talked about time. Talk to me about that feeling once you guys jump in.
Yeah, man. So we get our own place, we get the keys, we're excited as hell, happiest day of our lives. But at every level, with every level is a new demon. What's that saying?
New level, new devil.
Well, yeah.
Another level. Wait. Yeah, new levels, new devils.
You're right.
Yeah.
So as a new level, we thought, oh my God, so we go from very low overhead to now having what? Pay rent overhead. We got your water bills, utility bills for the location. We slowly start getting employees, right? So we weren't ready. We weren't not at least me. I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah.
You don't think about stuff like that until you're in it. You're in the mud and you need to figure it out.
Oh, a piece of turf tour.
Yeah,
I gotta replace that.
Stuff like that.
Oh, wait, bro. I gotta replace
that. And now it's like what I call putting out fires every day. Putting out fires, you know what I mean? So we get to a new spot. We're freaking excited. We're pumped. We're business owners. We're CEOs. Oh my God. We're gonna take on. I remember at this point we're gonna take over the world. We're gonna open one on the west side, Far East. We're in Central. Man, who knows? Maybe we'll even go to Dallas. Mm-hmm. Man, you soon figure it out. Like. To do it right, you really got to lock in and focus, and it's time consuming. It's going to be draining to do it right. So we get there for a few months. We're great. And craziest part too, I think, not sure you know this, but this is around the same time I move in with you guys. So,
well, no, I think we already have moved in together because we moved in when you were at Push.
You want to know the craziest thing ever? The day of the grand opening, the night before, I had just moved in with you guys. Just looking back, and outside of my outside life was crazy too. I'm growing up also, yes. And
at the same time, we're growing up because...
So our personal life is just changing, a lot of stuff going on. So, but it was exciting, man. I move into this bachelor pad with you guys. Life is great. We're making this money. We're living great. We're enjoying life. We have some money in our pockets. And I don't think you guys know this either, but eventually as time progressed, there was times things got hard, man. Through my personal life, I had some big expenses that were coming in. Now we have overhead. I had to readjust myself as a business owner now. Well, going from trainer to business owner, my finances had to start adjusting a little bit.
Absolutely, because now you have expenses and now you have families. And I remember because at the same time we were starting our business, it's the same thing. It was just like, what the hell? But we were still, let's go do this. Let's go do that. Yeah. You guys want ice cream? You guys want to go eat? You guys want to go do that?
Go buy some shoes.
But then you would literally stop and stink. And then I remember there was moments that
man. But we enjoyed it. At the end of the day, we enjoyed it. We had some great times.
Definitely made lots of memories.
So it was great. But yeah, there was times I had to readjust myself. This was back in 2019. That year I did have to like eventually mature in certain aspects, right? And fast forward a little bit, COVID hits on our second year. of being open. COVID hits, we shut down, gyms are closed.
Bro, I remember. Fuck that! I ain't closing down.
Yeah,
I ain't closing down. Call them, call it, dude.
I want to say I was for sure
Bro,
the
but
last
because
gym.
you were so committed to this,
Yeah.
it was either sink or swim.
Yeah, I was like, what? We're not gonna be open? What? I mean, I still have rent to pay. I still have bills. Like, you start brainstorming. Right there on the dot, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna start training people at the parks. I'm gonna start training people at our apartment.
Bro, the apartment, bro.
Yeah, so-
Outside, you had people doing lunges
in my apartment
on the side
parking
of
lot. Yeah, in the apartment parking lot, and a lot of people can attest to this. Like, we were working out in my apartment parking lot.
And these are, but because the people that were coming were dedicated high school people, dedicated college athletes, people that were dedicated to their sports.
100%.
But you were dedicated to them. And I think that's very important for a lot of people or the viewers to see is how your dedication to this and what you were doing, you were dedicated to the people. And this is what's made you successful. This is what's made you allow you to do so much more, allow you to grow your business because you said, I'm going to figure this shit out, bro, in the parking lot. I remember that, bro.
It was awesome, bro. So we had general population people that were just trying to stay fit for their health. A lot of athletes that were they were getting ready to go to college. They wanted to make an impact in their college. I had college athletes trying to make it pro. I had pro guys. I had Omar Salgado actually showed up. Season coming up. I remember he showed up to apartment. A lot of my college guys, UTEP guys, like, yeah, we were just getting it in like as much as we could, like in my apartment parking lot with some bands, dumbbells, kettlebells, and some plates. Simple.
I remember
minimal equipment. I had it. Yeah,
you had me working out on the patio,
the balcony.
On the balcony.
Chris is my roommate. Yeah, we would work out in our wherever we could work out with minimal equipment. But it was great, man. And then luckily from there I kept working, man. So honestly, with me keep working, I had some money coming in. I also had some money saved, luckily. So even COVID hit us, luckily didn't affect us too much.
But was it hard?
You know what? It was hard the first hour that we found out we were gonna shut down. Cause why? Cause I had to sit down and come up with a new game plan.
So you go back, drawing table. But you made that decision quick. And I think a lot of people don't understand how fast you need to make decisions in life.
But I think,
pivot.
And I think it just shows, I think it exposed a lot of people. A lot of gyms closed. During COVID, and I think for plenty of reasons, right? But I think
it exposed them.
It exposed a lot of people. I mean, people weren't ready. We weren't ready, whether it was financially or. I think some people do you really love what you do? That's when it showed. Like, do you really love this shit? I'm like, I love it. Like, I'm gonna make it happen on a fucking parking lot. Working crazy hours. Whenever any client that was down to work out, yes, so down. Let's get it. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, COVID hits. We get through COVID. And let me know if I'm getting too ahead.
No. Keep going.
In the middle of COVID, I have some good money stacked up. Keep having money come in. And I decide to open my second location in the middle of COVID. I don't know why.
Were we still at the apartment?
We're still at the apartments.
Okay.
This is where I opened Top View 24/7 on 2800 North Stanton. The reason I say these streets, it's because Cincinnati, where we would party at, is across the street, right? This place where Top View 24/7 is at now, that was always a gym. That's always been a gym. I used to have a personal client that I used to train at his house, and I would drive through there every day for the first 3 years that I was a trainer. And I remember saying, man, this is such a dope spot to have a gym. And then that's when I like the Top View. If I have a gym, I would call it Top View there too, because you take an elevator to go up.
It's on the second story. The
floor,
gym's on the
second floor of that building. Yeah. So one drunk night, I'm getting pretty fucked up, partying across the street from this gym, and I'm just me being drunk. Look across the street, and I see For Lease. Obviously, it's COVID. So obviously, this is at the end of COVID because this is when the bars were open, like 6 to 9 p.m.
Yeah. Remember they had restrictions.
Yeah, so I would be getting hammered from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Like, no lie, like half days. I'm like, does that say For Lease? It was like a Saturday night, whatever. Monday during my lunch, I'm driving and I remember, wait, did that say For Lease or was I just drunk or dreaming? I drive Monday afternoon and yeah, sure enough, it said For Lease. I call the leasing agent right there and then. He comes and shows it to me within those 30 minutes. I'm like, I need this. Like, they're pretty much gonna sell it with all the equipment already in there. Super expensive. Middle of COVID, they wanted a ridiculous amount of stuff that you need to turn in. Proof of funds, liquid,
everything.
I'm like, Jesus, Luis. It made no sense. It was middle of COVID. This place is smaller than our airport location and it's more expensive than it. Like, obviously because of the area that's in.
Yeah.
But I remember I wanted that spot. Like I was like, I'm gonna get it. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Let me turn in all my paperwork here. This is my proof of whatever the hell you all want. And I got approved, man. I got approved, and that was the second gym. And we opened. I started painting. We started painting it like around September. COVID. So COVID, we get shut down in March 2021.
Yeah.
I get the keys August of 2021 for the second location when gyms we had just gotten allowed to open. I was 25 at the time.
And I remember that
you guys go and look
talking, yeah, and you were so committed to that. You're like, bro, I'm gonna open it. This is what it is. But it goes back to, this is what I always say is, you got to put out to the world what you want, and that's exactly what you did years before that. You were able to put out to the world what you wanted. You were able to manifest it, attract that energy, pass by, show up, boom,
100%.
You're there. There you go. Here are the keys.
I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. And let me ask that. Let's start, like, on a business perspective. Do you think you always have it all figured out every day?
Hell no. Like, I don't think there's gonna be a day that we're gonna be like, I made it. There's a finish line. Hell yeah. There's just no way.
It's a journey, and I think
And
too
that's
many
part of it.
people get caught up. Too many people get caught up on, let me get to the finish line. When's the finish line? I'm chasing the finish line. I'm chasing the money. I'm chasing this check. And they never see it. And those are the people that fall so quickly because for them, they're chasing one thing and one thing only. And most of the time, it's just money for financial gain.
100%.
Well, one thing, they get stuck chasing the money.
I think people think just because you're opening up a business, you're gonna have back-to-back.
Bro, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be a millionaire, bro. Look, I'm gonna sell this many, bro.
Yeah, no, it's not for everybody. You really, it proves to you if you really love what you do. Whether it's year one, who knows? Maybe some people play the role pretty well for the first 10 years, and year 11 they get exposed. I think it exposes people to who they really are. I think that's the thing it is.
1,000%. And you will see who real business owners are, who real entrepreneurs are, who the people are that are really making it happen. Time tells all.
Yeah.
Time will tell all, and it will expose people all day, all night.
And just to be clear, like, I don't feel like I have it all figured out, and that's what I'm speaking to myself. 20 years, if I really don't put this good base, that good foundation now, I'm gonna be exposed in 10 years from now. So,
will you ever stop?
No, there's no way. I don't.
See, that's what separates people is you will never stop. And as many times as for me, I've been knocked down. Yeah. You've been knocked down over and over and over. Yeah. You get back up, and that's where people get exposed. Yeah. People see that, but it's because you're never going to stop. You're going to show up every day, and I know you show up every day. Bro, I remember fucking 1 a.m, and then you're up at 3 a.m. Like, bro, what the hell? You just got home. Yeah. Let's go. But you were committed to success. You became committed to this. So get the keys, open up, COVID, boom. You don't have it figured out, but you're figuring it out every single day. Till this day.
100%. It's a new concept. So our airport location is group training. We have a sports performance side. We train athletes. We train younger kids. And we have like a general population that we train. So so the new concept, Tavi 24/7, that we opened up during COVID, that's your traditional machines, go in, go out on your own, and one-on-one training. So I had to figure out this new concept for this new location, for this new side of town. New computer system, but
now you have a computer system that you had to pay for. That you had to
Oh, they make so much money. The damn credit card transaction company. But yeah, so it's a whole new concept. It wasn't just a new gym; it was a new concept. Luckily, unknowingly, I already had like a goal that I wanted for this gym. My two best friends, Kevin and Phil, they live in Dallas. Go visit them a lot, and luckily, thanks to them, I was always exposed to big city life. You know, because I think a lot of us do get stuck here in El Paso. Like, I want to be the best gym owner in El Paso, when you don't realize you're a small grain of salt in a big world. You're not the best idea out there sometimes, you know. But luckily, hanging out with my friend, when I would go visit my friend Kevin and Phil in Dallas, I remember Phil's mom lives like sort of like this close community resort hotel location. They have like a community gym, and they offer free beverages, free waters, free coffee, free towels, and that's literally how I got the idea for Tavi 24/7. Just unknowingly, like, this is a great idea. I didn't know I was gonna open this gym, but like, damn, noted, like, take pictures, like one day maybe.
Bro, talk about the pictures. You were
Yeah.
always taking pictures everywhere you
Yeah,
traveled. I want to
everywhere.
go to the gym.
Yeah, I
want to
wanna
go to
check
the gym.
out
Pictures,
gyms.
pictures.
But yeah, just because again, it goes back to like you're not the best thing out there. It's a balance. I'm a big balance guy. Like you want to have the confidence to maybe rule the world, but also know like you're not the most important person out there. So somewhere in between. But yeah, so I had a good idea from that, from getting ideas from that gym in Dallas that I would go with my friends, and then Tavi 24/7 grows. Oh, it was COVID. The first year was horrible. We're negative. The first year and a half, I was negative. I was paying things out of my pocket. It was so hard. I'm almost. I don't. You know what? But now thinking back, I was loving my life. But if we really break, I was happy as hell. But I do remember we're in negatives.
But if you break it down, you're like, but
I'm
you were,
like, damn.
But you were so happy.
I was
because
so
you
happy I could
enjoyed
get
what
shit
you
done,
did.
yeah.
You weren't chasing the money.
100%. I knew the bigger picture. Like, I got to pay my dues. I think I'm a big believer. You got to pay your dues for the rest of your life. Unless you're like, you get to this level, I'm cool here. Bam. And that's fine. I think people, it's okay to get somewhere. You can call it complacent, but there's nothing wrong with that. But so I think sometimes life will tell you like, hey, there's more to go. There's more.
Whatever, it comes back to what makes you happy.
Yes.
What makes you happy. If that makes you happy, good.
100%.
As long as you're happy.
Yeah.
You were negative, but you were still happy.
Yeah. And
because you loved what you did.
100%. So paying my dues. But luckily by year, COVID's over. No more restrictions. People aren't scared to go to the gym. Tavi 24/7 is doing amazing now. We're doing great. It's a lot of people that live in that area, work in that area. I don't ever see myself wanting to leave there. Any location, I don't see ourselves wanting to leave anywhere or closing down anytime soon. So, yeah, Tavi 24/7 is great. And again, still paying our dues. There's still more I want for that gym. There's still more improvements I want for that gym. So every month we look for how can we improve, whether it's customer service, machines, what equipment can I get to make things better, experiences, and yeah, man. So
let's jump to the next one. So you have
two.
a sports facility, then you go to a 24/7 different concept. You were doing more group training.
Yes.
Then you go to opening this gym. Boom.
Yes.
Now you want more. And I remember we had this discussion, moved into the condo because now we moved out of the apartment.
Condo downtown.
Or downtown, we moved into the condo.
Yeah, man. We're in condo downtown, living life. Man, amazing. Life's great. I have two gyms.
Think about how much memories we created.
Awesome, man. Yeah.
Memories. And
Amazing
this is what I
times.
tell people is like, everything's not about like, you have to learn to enjoy your moments wherever you're at in life. You have to learn to grasp and enjoy the journey and understand that it's not going to happen overnight.
Nope.
It's not going to happen overnight. And we used to talk about this, bro. We would always talk, bro, do this, do that, do this,
Yeah.
pivot. You would give me ideas, I'll give you ideas.
Yeah.
And it was just that energy, that business
Feedback.
mindset. Yeah, absolutely. I remember that. So now we're in the condo and then you're talking about doing a new gym concept.
So my long-term mentor and client, Dickie Williams, hits me up. I'll be 100%. Hits me up one day like, hey, what do we do this concept, hit concept with TopView? And I'm lucky enough to partner with him, Dickie Williams, and Anthony Maldonado. We partner up and we open up what we call now TopView Hit. It's a new concept. So it's boot camp style training, circuit training, one trainer, anywhere from 10 to 20 different people. Every day we do something different, but it's a hit style workout. Hit style. So it's a new concept. So we open up our location over on Yarborough and Montwood. Oh man, at this point it's almost 3 years ago now. So he kind of put the idea in my head and he was really one of the masterminds behind it, and it was kind of like paired up and teamed up, and we got it going, man. And now that we are at that East location, again, my third location, they own multiple bars, restaurants across town, so they also have some business background. Business side of things.
They're in the business side. They come to you, and this is what I tell people: collaboration's new currency.
100%.
Because now it's just like people really want to try to do something by themselves, which I say bullshit on all that all the time. But you collabed with them
100%.
now.
I give 100% credit to Dickie on that idea because I would have never thought about doing something like that for TopView. But obviously our years of like friendship and he's always been a great mentor for me on the business side of things. So it was an honor once he said like, hey, let's team up, let's partner up. I'm like, man, hell yeah. We partner up. Things were pretty smooth, man. Honestly, like not just because my experience with the gym, but just all the connections they had from our lights to our. That's another thing. Like even when we said, yeah, let's do this gym, I would have done a different random design. And Dickie, I had already this great idea of these lights and this dark limb lighting, like not too bright. I would have never thought that. And that was a game changer. There's no, I 100% think there's nothing like that here in El Paso with the setting that we put in that environment and atmosphere that we have at TopView Hit. So again, yeah, just partnering up
Creating
with
the atmosphere.
guys like exactly.
And that's something that he's good at because he does that in all his restaurants.
Exactly.
And the atmosphere, the vibe. And he created a vibe, and that's what he brought to you on top of the idea.
100%.
You come in, you have the clients, you have this marketing tool behind you.
Yeah, man. So it was great. It's been so good having them. We opened up that first location about 3 years ago now. It's doing great. We ended up lucky enough to open up our second location. Same concept, Top View Hit over in Montecillo. Yeah, man, and it was a little bit of them of him also like Diggy pushing me too, because I think for a while I was like, man, this is great. We have 3 gyms. Let's just keep growing. Like, okay, no, what's next? Let's open up the fourth one, or the fourth one for me, second Top View Hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's been that one. It's a new location, new challenge for me. It definitely have to like help me step out of my comfort zone, and that's what you need sometimes. Someone to kind of like tell you, okay, what's next? Let's do this. And I've learned so much the past few years from those locations, from like having an eye of like, hey, we could change this. Not just in the training, but just like in the atmosphere. Like, what can we put on the wall to create an environment and experience? Not just train and workouts, but also like how can we make this place better? So that helped me get an eye for that. And yeah, man. So now we're at that fourth location in Montecillo. So coming back, it was pretty much one new gym every year for the past 4 years. It was never the plan. It was never once was I like, we're gonna open a new gym that was not the plan. It was kind of like life guiding you through and putting the right people in front of you. You know what I mean? So that's where we're at right now.
Congratulations on all this success, bro. Let me ask you, what would you say is your number one marketing tool for this? Being that there's Planet Fitness, there's a Anytime Fitness, there's all these gyms. I mean, I see these gyms open and I see them close right away. I mean, the life expectancy of a gym's like 81% or something like that. The gyms are always closing. So when it comes to marketing, what would you say like that separates you from everybody else?
Customer service. I think 100%. I think I push on my staff and myself for customer service. And since day one, even when I was a trainer with one client.
Or even since Anytime Fitness.
Yes, a customer service is treating people, you know, how you treat people, and customer service, which means word of mouth, right? Word of mouth is the longest, most oldest form of marketing, word of mouth. You see these big gyms or businesses, right? They have all this money. They might spend all this money on ads, Instagram ads, Facebook ads. But for example, for us in the gym industry, right? You spend all this money on ads, you get 100 leads, right? The 100 people show up to your gym, group training gym, right? But you don't have the foundation settled. You don't have your customer service. You don't have your trainers trained well. You don't have the right workouts. You don't have the right staff. Out of those 100, maybe one's going to sign up. Or let's say you bring in 50, but you weren't doing a good job retaining who you already have. The 50 leave, you get 50 back, but it's just a non-ending door, you know? So I think customer service and word of mouth is the number one thing for us. And I think it makes us a different gym than most out there.
And it sounds like you focus heavy on customer retention.
Yes,
like customer retention. Like, and you're doing the customer retention by the customer service.
100%. And it's all about balance. Again, balance, right? Of course, you want to get more clients. Of course, you want to get more members. But you don't do good. You don't do anything good by just doing that and not focusing on who already is there, showing you love and taking care of you. And that's already there. Retention, taking care of who you already have. You take care of them. Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go tell their sister. They're gonna go tell their mom. They're gonna go tell their coworker. Yeah. So I'm not saying like it's not about getting more clients, but it's really taking care of who you have, and the rest will come in a long period of time. I think also with me, it's never been like I wanna be successful within this year. I wanna be this amount of clients. No, we're here for I'm here for the next 20, 30, 50 years. I'm here for a long run.
Nowhere.
Yeah. So I'm not here to grow fast and go somewhere and disappear like most gyms have or other businesses, right? It takes a lot, man. It takes a lot. It's a Monday through Sunday grind, and you got to love it.
I love that. So one last question is, what would you tell anybody, because we're talking about like if I was 20 years old or 21 years old, like what would you tell somebody that has a dream, has a vision, and wants to get into business? Or younger self, Robert, what would you tell yourself?
Well, first, I always think about that. I do think about that if I would do anything differently. No,
I don't.
Right? It's hard. So
because we've made it, like you've enjoyed it along the way,
man,
but for somebody like
that's gonna start fresh.
That's gonna start, or if you could go back and you could tell yourself, I guess it's different. That's kind of two different questions.
Yeah, I got you.
For somebody that's getting started,
make the most of where you're at. Like really squeeze the opportunity of where you're at. Whether it's for example, me, right? Anytime I was just front desk, cleaning the gym, cleaning toilets, mopping the floors. I enjoyed it. Like I literally knew in the bigger picture, be optimistic and like literally enjoy where you're at. Own where you're at.
Own where you're at. Well, Robert, thanks for joining us today, bro. I appreciate it. It was lots of gems. It was good catching up with you. Let me ask you one last thing. What do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself going? So 4 gyms deep, like what's the bigger picture?
Yeah, for sure, man. So, I mean, in the bigger picture, we would want to eventually open up more gyms.
Okay.
In the personal level as well, I want to get into the sports agency world. Not necessarily be a sports agent, but maybe take ownership of a sports agency that already exists and get into the sports agency world, man. Get into the sports world. Who knows, maybe one day own a professional team of some sorts.
Own a professional team. How do you plan on getting into the sports agency? Like, is there already?
Yeah.
Are you already?
100%. Yeah, 100%. Already been doing my networking for the past 8 years since I opened. I've been able to build relationships in the sports world through sports agents, through my NFL agents, through MLB agents, soccer agents.
Your sports agents.
Yeah,
These
so
are
just
agents, people that are dealing with.
Yeah, so you're already networking with them, networking with people already. Before I even knew I wanted to do this, I was just always making sure to get connected with people. Again, shout out to my boys, Kevin and Phil. Like even me just visiting them got me exposed to different people that they introduced me to. Yeah, so just...
You went to a sports agent's house, remember?
Yes, we like, back in the day, I'm not going to name the sports agent.
Yeah.
But yeah, my boy Ken was taking care of like a house, some sports agency house or a sports agent's house.
Yeah.
And we partied there, and then he actually has a great relationship with his family, and I was introduced to them. And just from there, and not just that relationship, but other relationships, right? Being able to put myself out there and just learn.
So would you say relationships is key? That's how you're going to get to these sports?
100%. Yeah. And learning and just being a sponge for the rest of my life. Yeah. Learning, man.
Being a sponge for the rest of your life. Robert, thanks for coming out, bro. I appreciate you investing this time to sit here, share the value, share your journey. I'm excited for what's to come. I know you're going to do big things. I know you're going to go own a sports team one day. I believe in you. And the biggest thing is you believe in yourself. I think that's so powerful is people don't believe in themselves enough to understand that anything is possible. And that's the reality of it is anything is possible. And I appreciate you being here. So if this is your first time watching this or you're watching this, make sure to like, follow, subscribe to all our channels. And Robert, where can someone keep up with you?
If you want to follow me on Instagram at Roberto Godinez 915 or just any of the Top View gyms, Top View Fitness is probably perfect.
Top View Fitness, guys. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Let's grow, baby!